adjust all the sounds and everything. It was all set up for recording and not set up for the stream. There we go. Right, Jason has called a bingo. It's not that one. It is... what one is it? Tech issues. We got rid of it. We got rid of tech issues. Did we? Thanks for chat. Love this route. Yeah, we got rid of it, so you can't claim that. It's gone. So nice try, but no. So we have selected a service. It's 2N18 London Paddington to Oxford. Do let me know if you need to adjust the sound levels as well. Should all be working fine now. 2N18 London Paddington to Oxford, 57-minute service. I have set the weather to custom, following advice from various people on the TrainSim World community, which of course Jason heads up. Hentis Rail, I'm going to give a shout out to Hentis for his post on that community about what you can do to kind of lower the chances or negate the blurry textures, and I'm just going to go back because we have got 23 out of 30 layers. I've removed some. I've removed all livery subscriptions from Creators Club. I'm running in HD rather than 4K layers, and we're going to see if that makes a difference. Now I need to find a service. It would aid something. Your audio may not sure what you're speaking through, but it's very distorted. It could be just the microphone. Let's just move it. Turn the microphone down. Is that any better? Hopefully it's coming up better. Yeah, it could be just because the microphone, I've got it set above me, it's a little bit close, maybe it's the game that's loud, but your voice sounds like you're speaking through glass. Let me just have a monitor of that then. Yeah, we've moved a few bits around this series. Yeah, Not sure. We'll turn the game sound down and see what happens there. How's that? We'll go with that. We'll see what happens. I've fiddled with it a little bit. I can't find a service we were going to run now. Wasn't that one? 2P18, there it is. Was that it? It was an 18, wasn't it? 2N18, was it that one? I think it was. 2N18, that looks like it's the right one. Let's go up, we'll set the weather to custom, based on what Hentish is telling us. I'll pop some headphones in, I've got the volume set to max, but still seems quiet. I can turn the microphone up, I can move the microphone about. But, yeah, I don't know. We'll see how we get on. It could just be the settings on the back of the microphone have been knocked. What is that one? That's the gain. That's that one. That sounds better, right? Yeah, it just needs to be, the microphone just needs to be re-angled a little bit. I'll move the microphone, it's fine. It could just be the pickup on the microphone, the pickup pattern. I just need to change it for where it's placed. We'll see how we get on. Right, 2N18, I believe that was what we were going to run. Custom weather. Let's go. We'll set it to light clouds and see how it handles it. Should be alright. I've run it earlier and it was running fine. So, let's see. Streams delayed, blame Jason. No, it was my fault. I was watching TV and then I had to go and do something else very quickly and lost track of time. But we're here now. Class 166 GWE, Great Western, green. Here we are. So yeah, we set the graphics to HD rather than 4K, just to see how it handles it. I don't think we've got blurry graphics at the moment. No, we're alright. That one looks a little bit, I don't know actually. Obviously it's not 4K, so it's not as sharp as I am used to. There we are. Right, unlock the doors. We need to get the train set up. If you are joining for the first time and you've never seen us before, welcome. We have been streaming regularly on a Wednesday evening at 7 o'clock, but we have now moved to a brand new 8 PM on a Sunday slot. That was partly to avoid being drowned out by Dovetail's own streams and other ambassadors. I say other ambassadors, I'm not an ambassador. But just to avoid being drowned out a little bit by various other goings on, we've moved to a Sunday evening slot. We felt it was better. Several people had asked that we look to move because, you know, there was lots of sort of competition. There was other things that people were doing on a weekday that meant that they were taken away from the stream. So we're here, and I can see that there are a few of you with us this evening, so thank you, welcome. You are appreciated. We are going to get underway. It said unlock the doors, but I'm pretty sure I had unlocked them. Maybe I locked them again without warning. If you haven't liked and subscribed to the channel, please consider doing that. There's lots of videos up for your delectation? Deliberation? I don't know. For your viewing pleasure, anyway. So do have a look when you get a moment. Now it's telling us to lock the doors, and we can get underway. Please say hello and keep me company. My day release ends soon. If you're wondering why the chat box isn't popping up on screen, it's because I recently had to reset my laptop, including OBS, so I haven't rebuilt all of the various assets for the channel. I'm going through the process of doing that. So there will be a chat box next week. I'll get that sorted for next week, but for now I can see the chat on the side of OBS, and I can see your messages. So if you are considering putting a message up and saying hello, please do so. I can see it and I'll read it out. Let's head to Ealing Broadway, our first stop. I have no idea what my frame rate is. 40 something FPS. It's because we're not running in 4K at the moment. I could put 4K on. I might do that actually. It's really hard. I've played in 4K for so long that switching to HD, I do notice the subtle differences. Let's see how we get on. Yeah, that looks better. I do notice the difference almost instantly. 4K might affect the text resources, the texture. Yeah, I know. We'll see how we get on. I've reduced a lot of the layers. I've got rid of like the rail tools and things that run at certain times of years. I've followed Hentis's advice on what layers to take off. I've removed liveries and so on and so forth. And there's only so much more I can do. If it does it, it does it. If it doesn't, you know. I know there's a few guys out there that are testing various things to see if they can get the texture issue to go away. We'll see how we get on. It's alright at the minute. So we have got a bit of a mishmash going on here, as would have been in 2017 of course. Where GWR was coming in and FGW was phasing out. So on the back of our GWR green unit we do have an FGW unit, debranded of course, because we don't have the license for FGW, weirdly. But that probably would have been the case in real life as well. It would have been taking the branding off and getting ready to put the GWR branding on, I would imagine. HST just above us. So yeah, probably about right. We are accelerating up to 85 in our run towards Ealing. First of all, we're going to do a run towards Reading and then we'll turn around and do a run from Reading back to Paddington. Whether we'll do that in the HST or something else, I don't know yet. We'll work something out. Here's another HST in FGW livery. It's running pretty smoothly at the moment. We'll see what happens. Is our current frame rate. Yeah, not too bad. Don't jinx it. I know. do need to start thinking about slowing down. Oh, 2 seconds. I haven't broken it, I'm just adding something, and it's automatically selected that screen. That's not what I wanted. So I do have a new thing for the stream, and it is this. So when we spad, we have a special screen. There we go. Right, we haven't spad yet, so we don't need to bring that up. But I thought you'd give you a sneak peek of the special screen. Ha! Yeah. You like that? So yeah, we have got a screen for spadding that we can bring up when it happens. And when the Thomas and Friends game comes out, we might have to start making some Thomas appropriate ones. Thomas themed, perhaps. See if we can put the fat controller, also Topham Hatt as he's now called, on the screen. Because no doubt we will do spads on that game when it releases. Having announcements on this is just amazing as well. Considering this was the first UK route for TSW. Intro video, add tickets please, or have your tickets ready for inspection. That is true, yeah, I could do that. I'm thinking about redoing the intro video actually. A little further back than we needed to be, but we'll take it. The next station is Southall. Yeah, so the intro video, I was going to do a shorter one using the promo video that I put up earlier in the week. Some of you will have seen that promo video. 8 cam to tube lines. Yeah, of course. There we go.
This is a security announcement, reminding passengers to keep a watchful eye on their luggage and personal belongings at all times. Unattended luggage can cause unnecessary security alerts.
Just how it should look. I was doing conductor mode on this route and a passenger had a ticket for York. Get off my train. Hey, might be going to York. We were going to York on the train before. Connecting service. That sounds great. I love that. We're just going to listen to those depart. These 484s do seem a little too tall for the underground. I'm assuming they're fine and they fit. Yeah, so yeah. That's something to check. To see if those 484s in that livery work on Bakerloo and don't clip through the tunnels. That'd be interesting. I'm assuming somebody's already tried it. We'll lock our doors. We are a minute late departing because we were watching the trains. Good evening, Dougie. I was doing conductor mode on this route and a passenger and a ticket for York. Did you tell them to get off the train? I mean, they could have been going all the way to York, but you could have just said change at Paddington for services from King's Cross. Yeah, change at Paddington, get on the Underground to King's Cross, and then King's Cross to Paddington, to York, of course, LNER. Still wish we had York in the game. That would be good. Be some good services in and out of York. Not enough East Coast lines at the moment in the game. Lots of West Coast, but not so much East Coast. We can accelerate up to 90. See, I had an awkward one Friday. Was on Riviera 220 guard mode to St. David's. One ticket was Torquay to Derby. Annoyingly, it actually was the right train, but purpose of the scenario had to say it was wrong. Yeah. One ticket was Torquay to Derby. So it would do that, wouldn't it? Because you go Paignton. It goes from Paignton and it would go all the way to Derby. And you'd get on at Torquay. So that would be a valid ticket. Yeah, for the purpose of the game, of course, yeah, it's wrong. For the purpose of the game, you kind of have to suspend your knowledge of routes and things and just go with what the game's telling you. But many of us who have travelled on many trains across the country, you know, Jason and I are both well travelled on trains of various regions and routes. We would go, oh, yeah. There's Heathrow Connect. Is that Heathrow Connect? I think so. Heathrow Express, whatever you call it. But yeah, I mean, I've travelled on this route extensively. That's a bingo. Been there. Yep. We don't even have that anymore. We changed it. No, we do. It's there. The Geek Daddy mentions he's been on the route. That is a bingo. I was here, right? I've also mentioned I love this route as well, which is ridiculous. So you get that one because I said that. Yeah. You're doing well already this evening with the bingo. There we are. Right. Bingo. Yes, I know. No, but yes, I have travelled extensively on this route because, of course, it forms, you know, the part of the Great Western Main Line, and the Great Western Main Line extends down to Riviera, which is my local route. It's the route I live on or live near. So, of course, this being an extension of that, in sorts, I have travelled on this route many times during my university days, and of course now as a full-grown adult with my family and all sorts. So Tasha and I have travelled to London quite a bit with Amelia, and of course we've been on this route. And we will likely be on this route again later on in the year as we have a family wedding up in Northampton. So we will be travelling on the Riviera line and this line and the line from Euston to Milton Keynes. Of course it only goes to Milton Keynes in game, but we will be taking it further and going up to Northampton. We did look at going via Birmingham, but I'd rather avoid Birmingham if I can. I'd rather travel via London. But yeah, Southall we need to break. We've been chatting away and not paying attention. Are we going to overshoot? That is the question. Class 08 there, that's a static 08, it doesn't move as far as I'm aware. Yes, I told you get off as game make you. They add passenger questions to guard mode. Something like what platform is Train to Plymouth? Train to Plymouth is usually platform 4 from Paddington. Not always, but more often than not it's platform 4 or platform 3 on the rare occasion that I've caught it and it's been on platform 3, but more often than not it's gone from Paddington platform 4. See, the announcements say Hayes, but the station is actually Hayes and Harlington. But the announcement only mentioned Hayes. I assume because nobody actually cares about Harlington. No idea. There's an HST coming through. This route feels so much busier now than it did when it originally came out, which is great. And of course, all the passengers have been upgraded as well in the meantime. So obviously, originally the passengers were quite plain, quite simple. They've got their own upgraded behaviours now, and baggage and all sorts these days, which seeing on this route really adds to that sense of immersion. It's great. I am really loving it. We accelerate up to 80 and we travel to Hayes and Harlington. We do have a little bit of blurry textures happening on the doors there. Only on the doors though, that's very strange. Otherwise it's holding up all right. Yeah, it's gone. The textures are gone, haven't they? Ah, that's a shame. We were doing all right. And then, yeah, I wonder about dropping it down to HD, but we've invested now. We'll just deal with it. And then it's gone back to normal again. It's when it's loading in something. So there's various points where something is loading that I see it happening. Whether that's a new map tile or something else that the game's trying to load in. That's usually when the texture issue appears. There's something throwing out a lot of smoke out of us there. Yeah, it's fine, it's one of those. Oh, we're doing 64 and we need to be stopping. It's been so long since I've run this route that I'm forgetting that it's quite short distances between some of the stations. Anyway, we should be alright. It's known the text-to-speech didn't like it. Oh, okay. That's referring to the Hayes and Harlington thing, yeah. So the textures have just gone again. You can see it on the sign. It's awful. It makes me wonder if it's loading something in, and that's why it's gone so bad. I wonder if it's the number of passengers, you know. Something is taking up all the resources and causing the textures to look awful. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't have thought it was the passengers causing it, but you know, I don't know if they're a drain on resources or not. I wouldn't put anything past it at the moment. There we are, right.
The next station is West Drayton. This is a Great Western Railway service to Oxford.
Let's accelerate up to our permitted 90 mile an hour. This is where the textures are really bad, is over here. The building itself doesn't look too bad until you get close to it. It's the windows. Some of them are loading in fine, they look alright, and others look awful. Actually, that one behind is loaded in fine, it's this one here. Yeah, I don't know. It's assets, certain assets are loading in and they look fine, and then others are loading in and you go, right, okay. And then of course it's messing up the train. Yeah. Got a little bit of blur on some of the assets in here as well. Stickers and things. But it's only certain objects. It's very bizarre. On the whole though, it looks great. Are accelerating when we probably want to be slowing down. West Drayton next stop.
We are now approaching West Drayton.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
Coming into West Drayton then.
This is West Drayton. Do not try to board or leave the train when the doors are closing. This is a Great Western Railway service to Oxford. The next station is Ivor.
Ivor is the next station indeed. The textures are trying to load in. So they are casually just getting better every now and then. You just see them. Okay. HST going past. go up one notch, get the speed up. We've only got 1.3 miles to go between stations. Like and follow, guaranteed spad. Most likely, yeah. We'll see. Oh, I stood up. Oh no, that's gone wrong. And that is exactly why you should like and follow. Because at any point during the stream, I can seriously cock it up. Yeah. Without mentioning names, have you heard about our mutual friend and ex-TrainSim World Community mod? Have I heard about him? No. Trying to work out who you're mentioning. Community mod.
We are now approaching.
Oh,
Please mind the gap
yeah, I think I know who you mean. Sorry, I was trying to think which mod.
stepping down from the train.
But yes, no, I have heard. I saw his Facebook post. Yeah. We're going to overshoot. That is a bingo because I'm about to say it. That was entirely Jason's fault.
This is
Yeah.
driver. Do not try to board or leave the train when the doors are closing. This is a Great Western Railway service.
That overshoot was entirely Jason's fault. You get a bingo as well for the overshoot, of course. There we go. We are filling up the board tonight.
Great Western Railway service.
Yeah, I know. I've done it. Yeah. Yeah, Tash and I were talking about it earlier. We weren't sure what to make of the whole thing, to be honest. I think there's probably more going on than what they're letting on with regard to all of that, but I'll send it to you on text. Yeah, that's a bit more background. You've missed it. You've ticked off blame chat, which is also, and I'm in the chat. What? I was Dovetail Matt and play on Friday. He arrived early at station for once. Oh yeah. Yeah, Matt Paddleton does occasionally stream, Dougie. They're always worth watching when if you can get on to them and watch them. You arrived early for once. We're 3 minutes late, so we're definitely not early. How we're 3 minutes late into Langley when we overshot Ivor, I don't know. That fence just loading in like it is. That's not great, but... You missed a bingo. I didn't miss a bingo. The bingo is set up so that I blame you, and then the chat being blamed is general chat. But you have actually got it. It does say blame the chat, so it has actually happened. I haven't missed it. I missed overshoot though. Blame the chat is there. Chat fault, that one. I've just ticked it off. I've just ticked it off. Honestly. Yeah, I think there might be a bit of a delay in what I'm doing and what you're seeing. Shouldn't be a delay. It's all running smoothly my end. I'm looking at various sort of monitored and stream quality and all that, and it's looking fine. It's saying excellent, and you know the kbps and all the rest of it is all good. CPU usage is all good. Slough is the next stop.
The next station is Slough. This is a Great Western Railway service to Oxford.
Oh, hello. Right, there we are. And 66. I've got hiccups. That is not helpful for the stream, having hiccups all of a sudden. Another 66. Lots of freight happening on this run. Pulling into Slough then. Platform 4. 3 and 2, and platform 1 just over there on the far left is for services to and from Windsor. I know that because I've been on that section of track, been to Windsor. The line out to Windsor is modelled to a degree, and then it stops and the line extends out into open air, and the ground gives way. I did go and look. You can go a fair way out of the map area to see what's out there. Windsor doesn't exist. The line extends quite a way out to there though. But there's no assets or anything, it's just plain green bit of land, and then the track keeps going out into the open air and the land stops. But it's worth a look if you are interested in looking at that. But yeah, Windsor and all that isn't modelled. There are AI services that go out to that bit of line, so I did see that earlier. So, Maidenhead next stop. 5.1 miles, so we can open up the throttle a little bit. We are giving it some beans. We need to make up that lost time, of course. Right, so how many stops have we got? I can never remember. Maidenhead, Twyford, and then Reading, that's right. Be right back. Yep, no problem. being aware that we do have our stop coming up in 1 mile. We also have a speed reduction to 75. We're just making ourselves ready for both of those events.
We are now approaching Maidenhead.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
We may ever so slightly overshoot. Not by a large amount, but it would be a little bit, I would imagine. We'll just be slightly forward of the stop sign.
This is Maidenhead.
That's not too bad, I can accept that. We do have slightly blurry textures again. Only on the doors and the text. That's it. Oh, and that colour sash thing, whatever you want to call it. Intermittent. It's not all the time. It's every now and then the textures just go, and then they come back. Yeah, it's not ideal, but it is what it is, isn't it? I've done various things to try and reduce the happenings, the circumstances of the blurry textures. I've done what I can. I don't know how much more I can do to stop it. Anyway, right. Onward to Twyford. If you are joining the stream, thank you. Welcome to our new Sunday time slot of 8 o'clock every Sunday from now until further notice, of course. We have moved from a Wednesday slot to Sunday just so that we can carve out our own little niche, our little corner of YouTube to sit and chill at the end of a busy week. And also, with all the announcements and things that Dovetail was putting out midweek, we were getting a little bit lost in the noise. So by moving to a Sunday, we can sit comfortably in our favourite chair and play some trains and just sort of be in a nice comfy place on a Sunday evening with you guys watching it as well. So we'll see how it goes. But this is our new home for now. So welcome. So onward to Twyford then, platform 3. We are doing alright at the moment. We've made up some time. We were running a little bit late, but we seem to have made the time up. We might still be a little bit late though. We've got a minute or so to get there, and we've got 6 miles to go, so we are going to arrive late into Twyford, I believe. Oh well, that is the nature of it. It happens. It happens more often than not on Great Western as well. I have seen and experienced many times delayed trains on Great Western lines. We are accelerating up to 90. continuing on. 81 miles an hour now. These windows don't come down. We can either open the door completely, at which point I think all manner of things happen, or just sit there with no airflow. I mean, there is a fan somewhere, climate control there. It doesn't tell us whether that's hot or cold. I would assume cold. The text has gone a little bit blurry. Oh, you can turn that on as well. So yeah, that's that. So yeah, as you can see, only certain things have gone blurry, like unit number. We are in 165107, not 166. 165 we're in. Yeah, that's gone blurry there. Certain other things are not blurry. It's very bizarre. Don't know about the oh gosh, no, that didn't look good. Yeah, so there's only certain things as well. You know, that's blurry, the door's blurry, but other bits are alright. It's weird. We just have to make do, I'm afraid, until Dovetail come up with a fix. I've reduced layers, I've turned various things off. Custom weather is on rather than dynamic weather. So yeah, various settings have been adjusted to try and reduce the instances of texture blurring. But like I say, as players we can only do so much, certainly on console. I may overshoot here because I'm doing 80 and we should be slowing down. I think we're definitely going to overshoot Twyford. We are unlikely to stop in due time. Yeah, we're definitely overshooting Twyford. That's a second overshoot for the evening. Oh well, we'll carry on to Reading. Never mind. Passengers for Twyford, you'll need to travel onwards to Reading and change. Oh dear. So yeah, I wish I could give you a bingo twice, but we've already done it. We've already overshot. So there you can see our bingo card. There is actually a line. It's a diagonal line, but well done this evening. You have achieved a line diagonally across the board, as you can see. So we'll give you that. Are you going to succeed in getting a full house? We shall see. Onward to Reading then. Unless the washer is on or Amelia is having a late night, no chance. What's that? Oh, I see. Well, remember that the bingo for heckle doesn't necessarily just apply to Amelia. It says heckled by Tash, Amelia or the cat. And then the washing machine finishing running. Haven't broken a train yet. I haven't forgotten what we were saying, and I haven't mentioned the other one. And we haven't had a spad. Those things could still happen, of course. Not to say they definitely will, but nah, yeah, they have happened before. Not to say they will this time, not to say they won't. All of those things on that bingo card have every likelihood of happening. They're there for a reason. So yes, we did overshoot Twyford. We are onwards to Reading. Jason did, I think, miss the overshoot. Second overshoot, of course. Just out of curiosity, as still new to this, SPAD. So, SPAD, if I just pause this a moment, I'll bring the brand new screen up for it. SPAD applies to signal passed at danger. So that's a red light that you go through. So if you go through a red light, the game will end and give you a signal passed at danger game over screen. And we have our own screen especially for it that we have developed. Signal passed at danger, SPAD, SPAD. That's what that means. You're welcome, no problem. Oh, Carl Taylor 904. Hello, Carl. I didn't recognise the name, I'll be honest. Welcome to the stream. Friends. Yeah, it's Carl. It's my friend Carl, I believe. I believe it's Carl. Hello. Unless it's a different Carl Taylor, but I think it's pretty much my mate Carl that I play a lot of Warhammer and stuff with. And obviously has been on the squad for our previous Sunday streams on the Sunday Social. So yes, I believe that's him. Right, anyway, let's get back to the Xbox screen and continue on to Reading. Nope, it's that Carl. Fair enough. He's now the #1 chatter. Who's going to unthrone him? Oh, that's the AWS warning. AWS Carl, for your benefit and everyone else who's new. AWS is Jason, help me out. Advanced warning system. So if I go over another one, which we will do because we need to slow down. So on the track, of course, between the rails, you'll see little boxes. There's various other boxes, but between the track, in front of signals normally, the one there. Go over that, it activates a magnet in the train, which triggers that alarm. That is telling me that I need to slow down. Because I've got a yellow signal or a red signal, or I'm speeding. There's another one. No, that wasn't what. That's a different thing entirely. But there's little things in between the tracks. So this could be one. Yeah, like so. And you have to just press a button. In the cab, it's that. So you just press that in to acknowledge. Advanced warning system, that's it, yeah. So I have stopped ourselves. So yeah, advanced warning system, it just alerts the drivers to the various aspects of the signals. Modern trains have other things as well now, so there's train protection and warning information system, TPWIS, is that it, Jason? I think I might have missed a letter there somewhere. So train protection warning information system is another one that works alongside AWS, and then there's APT, which some of the modern trains on the Great Western Fleet have, which is advanced protection something. There's that one. There's TCSES as well, I think. There's loads. There's all sorts. ETCS, it's a European one. I get confused by all of the acronyms and letters and things. So, yeah, there's all sorts of train protection systems across UK and Europe. Or is it Advanced Protection Technology, APT? Can't remember. Anyway, we're here at Reading. Train Protection Warning System, TPWS. Yeah, that's it. I've seen one that is TPWIS somewhere. I'm sure I've seen TPWIS mentioned. It's not on this unit, but it very likely it's on the 802. Anyway, right, we're at Reading. Lock the doors. There still is a WH Smith here. It is, no, It's over there somewhere. The game has just kicked me out of the seat and gone, hey, you are giving up. Right, continue. We are going to go back to the main menu rather than the timetable. Going back to the main menu apparently helped. DSD driver signal diligence. Yes. And then there's... Is it driver signal diligence? I thought it was driver safety device. But that makes more sense. DRA is driver reminder appliance. I know that one. So yes, there's all sorts of... Maybe we should do a jargon buster at some point. I'm sure we did one for the community page. But maybe we should just do a stream about it. Vigilance, make sure you're still alive. That's the one. Yeah, you have to... in real life, you would hold down the pedal, release it every 60 seconds and push it back down. And that makes sure that the driver hasn't just collapsed at the controls. And things like that. So there's all sorts. Right. And they tell me that, yeah. I mean, my dad saying that I'm a train nerd is quite right, I think. I know far more than I should. Anyway, right, Great Western Express. We are going to Great Western Express 2017. We'll be doing more on Great Western Express, of course, and we will look at some other services. Let's have a look very quickly at a test run. Why did it not... Oh, hang on. I've gone into the wrong menu. To the trains. Choose a route. That one. Timetable. 2017. 8:02. Why is it not letting me have... Oh, because I've turned them off. Have I done... Is that... If I turn them off in the settings, is that why it's not coming up there? That's interesting. Let's have a look at those. Creators Club, it's not letting me bring any of those on. So if I go across to settings, and advanced settings, UGC, delivery. If I enable that, does that then let me have them from Creators Club? I don't know. That's not what I want. Trains. Timetable. Because there's a livery that I want to look at. One particular livery. When I get to the right page. Fucking controller. Right. That's weird. I do have another livery that I want to use. For some reason it's not coming up. I wonder if it loads for here. Yeah, it's loading there. Like 802-1 Paddington. I think it's because it's an 800 rather than 802 on GWR. Right, okay. What was that? What was that bang? Alright, okay. Obviously not then. I said, what was that bang? Question was answered eventually. Right, anyway. So, yeah, that's probably why. 6 friends watching. Yay! Friends! Hello. Right. Welcome. Right. So, yes, for some reason, the livery doesn't load on to Great Western, but it does on Riviera. Anyway, we'll run that one another time. Let's do a high-speed train. Why not? Do we have any creative stuff? We do have cross-country. 284, 43285. Let's just do that one. 27-minute service, of course, from Reading to London Paddington. Let's do that one. Okay. That's not how you spell cistern. Alright. As long as you're okay. Alright, alright. Yeah. I don't know what she did, but she did something. Right, anyway, she's alright. Yeah. Okay, 1A75 Plymouth to London Paddington. Oh, Plymouth to London Paddington. We could have done an earlier service on Riviera. I might do that, see if I can do 1A75 Plymouth up to Exeter and then continue on from Reading to London Paddington to see that if we can do a complete service. I'm sure there is some kind of match-up of services on both those routes and that they would connect. We'll have to find out. Anyway, master key in. We'll do it on the controller rather than on the keyboard so people who are new can see what we're doing. So master key is there on this one. It's unlocked. Then we put the reverser here into forwards like so. There is a switch over here for AWS. Then we press the acknowledge button. There is another switch here for driver safety device or whatever it is, driver signal diligence as Jason called it. The vigilance pedal, that one there. We're not going to turn that on because it goes off every 60 seconds and the problem is it's quite high pitched and my hearing's not the best. I can't hear it. So I don't bother turning it on. But it's there. It's in the floor, you can just see that there. We've got that on. Lights, headlights we want on, of course. Let's do that. We'll do that on the keyboard, we can just do that quickly. Night, headlights on. Day headlamp and markers. Unlock the doors. And we are ready. Take on passengers. We are here in our cross-country liveried 43, our intercity, which is loaded in quite well actually. It's working alright for now. As we go on, I don't know how the texture issue is going to rear its head and what it's going to do, but it's there for now. It looked good. Perhaps a little bit too clean, but it is what it is. Right. And then of course we've got a 166 here. 166? That's a 165. Okay, 165. And then is this a 166 or 165? 166 and 165, they're basically the same. When you put them side by side, it's very hard to tell the difference. I think it's an interior difference, isn't it, Jason? There's one going through there. Right. Lock our doors then. We are ready to go. We'll release our brakes. And we are just doing a straight run, fast service, 34 miles to London Paddington. Lots of interior differences, that's the one, yeah. So first of all, accelerate up to 40. And I think, I mean, because we're running a nice cross-country thing and the graphics haven't gone completely doolally, I think it's time for Screenshot of the week. Yes, it is. We are going to take a screenshot of the week, and that just so happened that there was 43 passing going the other way, so we are going to take that picture like so, and we're also going to screenshot it like that, and that was screenshot. Of course, if you want your screenshot featured, do let me know. I will pop it up on the screen. If you forward the frame slightly, they will align better. Yes, that is very true. So if we do advanced game time like so, like that. So Jason wants them aligned like that. And we'll take that one. We'll take that screenshot as well. And save. There you go, Jason. All right. There we go. 2 screenshots of the week this week, rather than just the one. Jason telling me, of all people, how to take a good screenshot when he knows full well that in the early days of his TrainSim community, I won the screenshot competition 6 months in a row, or something ridiculous like that. And I've won Dovetail screenshot contest a couple of times as well. Yeah, not to blow my own trumpet or anything like that. But Jason's won them a handful of times as well. He doesn't like to mention it, but he has won a fair share of screenshot contests. But yes, if you do want your screenshot featured, had to be a TrainSim World screenshot. If you want it featured on Screenshot of the Week, you do need to just join our Discord and pop it into our TrainSim World 6 channel on our Discord. And that way you can ensure that we will pick your screenshot and it will be featured on videos and streams for that week. We'll pick the best one and pop it on the stream. I think you could have put a nice sunset change on that image. I'm sure I can edit it or something, but yeah, you're right. I'm sure we can come up with something. Anyway, it will do, it will do. We're going to accelerate up to 125. That iron brew is repeating on me. Oh dear. And we've got 31 miles to go. We're going to accelerate and keep accelerating up to 125. Full speed run all the way into Paddington. I think the textures are holding out for the moment. And the line doesn't appear to be too busy either. So I think if the route is like running loads and it's got lots happening, that's when it causes an issue. But at the moment, because the route is quiet and it hasn't loaded in a load of stuff, the textures are holding out. I do like that cross-country livery. I was unsure about it when the first time I ever saw it, I was like, yeah, but I do like it. I mean, yeah, the 43 looks great in anything, really, doesn't it? I mean, such an iconic loco. It did go a little bit funny then when that one passed. What do you think? Fun fact, Twyford was the very first station I spadded at when TSW first released. Wow. Okay, just for that, you get the screen. There you go. Up to 120 now. We're almost at full speed. So to go back to what Carl was saying earlier, what he was asking about in spadding, and the AWS, those dings you're hearing, is the train going over the magnets, and it just going, right, yep, you're fine, you're good to proceed, like so, because the signal is green. So it will just ding to let us know that it is working and that we're safe. As soon as it starts making a whining noise, that's when we need to pay attention. But, you know, it's just an extra layer of awareness as well as watching out for the signal aspects. That horn did not sound healthy then. We are doing 126 now. We are going downhill slightly as well. So we can come off the throttle. We have a 166 ahead of us to the left. I'm just trying to see if I can get the number. Can't see it. No. No, I can't see it. Pretty sure it was a 166 though. So at the moment we've got greens all the way. As we approach Paddington, that may change. We have slowed down a little bit, so we'll just reapply some power. Like so. So I want to make a note of what service it is. 1A75. 1A75. because I'd like to either do a stream where we try to connect runs between Riviera and Paddington, of course, or either do it on a stream or do it on a video. So I'd like to try and do that. So I make a note of the various services here, see if they connect up with services on Riviera, and then run on a video perhaps the routes. And try and connect them up. Of course, we don't have the section between Exeter and Reading at the moment. That would be nice to see. We also don't have the route between St Austell and Plymouth. It'd be good to see that perhaps as well. Class 66 there on the left, just hauling more freight. And another 66 there. I do like a 66, but I do struggle to enjoy freight. I have to be in the right frame of mind for running freight up and down. I think on this route though, it probably wouldn't be too bad. It'd be quite fun. There's enough traffic and stuff happening to sort of keep your interest up. I feel like our textures are just starting to take a hit now. Oh, they're alright. It's weird. I'm running a custom livery and the textures have been fine, but don't run a custom livery and for some reason they just go a bit... Ugh. How interesting. Various things popping in, not great, but you know, limitations of the technology, I suppose. We have 13 miles to go. So we've covered 21 miles so far. I'm going to open up the throttle a little bit. So we are coming up to Southall. The water tower is just ahead of us there. And then there's an old one, it's just on the left coming up now. It looks a bit like a castle of some description. That is now flats. I'm sure we've mentioned that before, but I'll mention it again. Okay. Our 08 had spawned in as one of our custom liveried 08s because I turned on livery substitutions. It spawned in the pink livery that I created especially for Matt Peddleston way back. I think I was doing beta testing at the time. Created it as a bit of a joke, a bit of a laugh. It's when Diesel Legends came out, I believe. Around that time. Maybe a little bit after. But yes, I created a pink one, and it was on the featured page for a time on Creators Club. And it just spawned in because I've turned deliveries on. I think we are just starting to see textures drop a little bit, yeah. We are also above speed. Yeah, we are getting some blurring now. But we had a fairly good run until it happened. It's not happened so much on our unit. Not looking too bad. That livery's applied so well that you almost think it's meant to be an official skin. I don't know whether we'll get a cross-country livery as part of the farewell pack. I don't know. I haven't seen any information for a long time about the farewell to the HST pack. I don't know what liveries are included or what. There probably is an article somewhere I'll have to go back and read, but we are speeding. I don't think it's even been announced, is it? What liveries we're getting with the farewell pack? Yeah, I think, from what I've been told, deliveries haven't been announced yet. Or that this isn't one of the ones included. I don't know. No cross-country. Very likely, I would say no cross-country. They've got the license for the Voyager, so I was just assuming, of course, that we would get a cross-country livery. But I guess we won't. I don't know. We don't know. I can't remember. Speculating is what I'm doing. Speculating. I can't even spell speculation. I can't spell it. I'm speeding, of course, as well. But I would speculate that perhaps cross-country won't be in there. I'm going too fast. I'm way too fast. I'm supposed to be doing 50, I'm doing 98. All the brakes. Throw the anchors down. We are seeing quite a bit of blurring on the textures now. I knew it would happen. I just wasn't sure when. Yeah, so I can only speculate. Excuse me, I was yawning. I can only speculate on what liveries we might get in the farewell pack. I don't know if any have been announced. I would imagine that there's going to be a few GWR, BR, Intercity,
We are now approaching.
some other ones. I don't know.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping
We'll
down
just have to
from the
wait and see. I'm sure it won't be long before we get it. That pack. I don't think it'll be long now at all. Now that GWE Remaster has come out, I don't think it'll be long before we see the farewell pack. I am going way too fast. We are coming into Paddington nice and hot. Lots of HST sitting there as well, that's good. Of course, the timetable is still set in 2017. So while the 802s and the 800 and whatever were all on test, they weren't in regular service. So we won't see too many of them. Buffer stop, he says. I'm doing 5 miles an hour, it's not going to happen. Quarter speed, wow, yeah, indeed. We're doing 6 miles an hour, so we could still hit the buffers. But the textures have gone totally doolally. We are, of course, now coming into platform 3. We're going to hit them. There we go. Ow. Sorry. There. We did hit the buffers. It was a buffer stop, Jason said. He called it. Yeah, so platform 3 is one of the ones for services going out to Plymouth. I have come in on platform 1 from Plymouth before and then got off there. The textures have really gone mad. Still got static passengers, but we also got some that move around as well now. So yeah, platform. That's going to Swansea. That's Cheltenham. That's going to Paignton, so platform 3. We've just come in, so that's now turning around and going back out to Paignton. Bristol Temple needs that one. Swansea. Yeah. So yeah, 3 and 4 are usually Plymouth or Paignton services. That one's going Bristol. Yeah, of course, Paddington himself is usually around here. He's on wheels now. He's on a plinth that's actually on wheels, so he can move. Sometimes he's over there, and more often than not he's here. But I have seen him anywhere along this length. But he's not there on the game. He is actually a donkey in the game. Probably find out more on Tuesday on the roadmap. That is very true, Ducky. Yeah, appreciate that. So yes, there we are. Let's jump into 8 camera and I'll show you Paddington a little bit more. If you've never been to Paddington, then you won't know. Upper crust, that's a bakery. That there, that one. Why am I so high up? I'm stuck on the roof. I appear to be stuck in the roof. Right. Anyway, that's a... Oh gosh, hello. I've properly flown out of the roof. Okay, alright. I'll go back in. It doesn't like me being on the... It doesn't like me being on the concourse at all. Anyway, there's a Burger King there. That we go to quite a lot when we're in London. And we are at Paddington. And then of course in here, there's WH Smith's. And then in there, the Paddington shop, where Amelia spends far too much of our money. And then that's the underground. Yeah, okay, right. We have around about 10 minutes left. Let's see if we can find... I need to unlock the doors, that would help. Those ones. I'm having a tour. Was you involved in an accident that wasn't your fault? It wasn't my fault, it was the train's fault. Unlock doors. I have unlocked the doors. What are you talking about? We've been sat chatting and the passengers are like, are you going to open the doors? Are you going to let us off flirt? Not happy. I've been waiting for ages. Anyway, right. He's off for a weekend. That hat does not go with that coat. Lovely pink bag there, sir. Well done. Brilliant. Can't get the staff these days. I know, I'll just pass. Oh, that's because I've opened the doors on that side. Let's get them closed. Yeah, there we go.
Please be aware that all TSPs operate at this station across the railway network.
So, yeah, the livery is just starting to glitch right out now.
Please also note that if any...
It says unlock the doors. I've unlocked the doors. What are you talking about? Anyway, right. I can actually turn the engine off. We're not going anywhere for now. Engine start, stop. Engine start is there. Engine stop. We can turn. Okay. Where's the engine stop button? That's engine start. It's the glitch where you have to wait until your arrival time. Yeah, pretty much. Lock doors. There we are, that's that done. Right, we've got 10 minutes. Let's see if we can find a quick service. Go to main menu. Let's see, what can we find to do for the last 10 minutes. There is the 800 test run. Oh, ow, I've got cramp. My leg is cramping. That's not good. Ba, 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 ba. Great Western Express. Okay, it's bound to be. What about Diesel Legends? Yeah, those are all quite quick, quite long services. Traffic light engine, London Paddington takeover following the express service. So we do have Diesel Legends there as well. What's that? What about this one? 3-minute service, Didcot Junction to Reading Triangle sidings. And yeah, that's a very short service with that. $11-minute service, Old Oak Common, London Paddington, 5:15 in the morning. Let's do that one. It's 15 minutes long. We'll do it. We'll go over a little bit. It'll be alright. We'll finish with a nice quick diesel run. Get started. We want those on. We want the master key, and I'm going to do it on the keyboard. Get it all done quickly. Forwards. We want all of that. Load passengers. Wait, what? Eh? Okay. Alright then. So apparently we are the diesel at the head of a train of which we have the Flying Scotsman on the back. Right. There we are. Okay. Wasn't expecting that. That was a surprise. Expect the unexpected, I suppose. Put them on. Yeah. So we've got Scotsman there facing the other way, and we're pulling it into Paddington. to start a rail tour, I would imagine. So our unit is here. Camera put me all the way down there somewhere. So this is our class 47, 47631. There we are. It says load passengers. We're waiting for 9 minutes, 8:09. Not waiting 9 minutes, waiting a few seconds now. London Paddington. Think we were waiting for that to pass. That's why we've got a red signal. We are not going to pass it. We don't want a SPAD. We will just wait for the signal to change. It said denied, wait for signal to change. There we are, just waiting. Come on, change. That'll be the other thing we're waiting for, most likely. We do have AWS on here. Right, stick that on and then that. There we go. That's that. Right. It's still red. It's 50. It's probably a 5-minute service, but it takes 15 minutes because we're waiting for the blooming signal to change. What are we waiting for? Let's have a look. So we're here. We're probably waiting for that service. We're gonna go. This is us here. We've got this service coming through now. Is that signal there? That's red. They're all red. Why are we not able to go? Denied, wait for signal to change. I'm waiting for the signal to change. There's nothing here apart from that one. Interesting. It probably is just 5 minutes of a run and it's 15 minutes because we've got to wait for all the other traffic and we've got Scotsman on the back and it's just a bizarre service. Of all the services I could have picked to end the stream on, this is the one we get. Come on. I'm half tempted to just force a SPAD because there's not a lot else I can do. I mean, no, there we go, we've got a green, right, let's go. We are underway finally. What's on the map? Well, we've got a green now, so we're okay. This is us here. So I don't know what was that. There was something else there. I was looking at the wrong train. This is us here. So I think, yeah, I think we were waiting for clearance to go on to that line. And I was looking at the wrong thing. We're all right now. There we go. Up to there. There's that's a junction. That's not Twyford, is it? Closer. West Ealing. That's West Ealing. And then onwards. And then Paddington is there. That's Old Oak Common now, isn't it? Yeah. Which has had a lot of work done to it. Elizabeth Line Depot and all the rest of it. There we are. Right. We're only allowed to do 15. Alright, now we can go up to 30. And our textures have immediately gone blurry. Greenford branch, yeah. But yeah, unusual. We're running a service that has Scotsman on the back. I thought I turned the Scotsman layer off. But of course we've gone back to main menu, so it may have turned back on. Yeah. Anyway, right. Anyway, we'll run with it for the last few minutes. Of course, if I press the right controls on the keyboard, I can actually run and jump into the Scotsman. Like so. If I wanted to, I could open up the Scotsman and give us a real bit of speed, but I'm not going to do that, because that would be silly. There we go. So cycle through the cabs and we're back in the right one. For the 350 or a 360 as it's supposed to be. It's standing in that livery as a 360 for Heathrow services. But funny. It would be funny, yeah. I'm half tempted. Oh. Not sounding too good, that's for sure. Can I run this whole? Can I run the rest of the service with just a Scotsman? If I set that into neutral. Can I do that? We'll have a look. Let's tick that off. And then jump back into the Scotsman. So I'm now powering the train with Flying Scotsman on the back, rather than a diesel loco at the front here. For some reason, Scotsman sounds absolutely awful. And I'm only doing 46. That's because I've got that. Well, there's one way to do it. Running Scotsman backwards rather than using the diesel loco to pull Scotsman into place. We are apparently dropping sand or something coming out of there. I'm not sure what that is. I'll try and turn it off. There we go. Has it stopped? It's still dropping. There's still something coming out of there. I don't know if it's water or what it is. Never seen that before. We stopped. I don't know if we've run out of steam. That's not sand. It's probably water or some sort of steam. Now, I suspect we have run out of boiler pressure. No, we're alright. Then why have we stopped? Scotsman has decided it doesn't want to go anymore. It doesn't want to go backwards anymore. Okay, alright. We've got steam. Or maybe we haven't. Maybe that's the problem. If we go over there. this is the one we want to look at. Boiler pressure, it's fine. It's that one there. That one's alright. For all intents and purposes, we should be moving. But we aren't. I'm going to jump into the diesel cab. That's why. That'll be why. We got triggered by AWS and we didn't hear it because we were in the wrong cab. Anyway, right. Okay, we should be moving. We are moving very slowly. Oh, I broke it. That's a bingo. We broke the train. Oh, right, okay. We're just rolling. You see me rolling. We are literally rolling. I'm going to have to remember how to restart the train. Put that into neutral. Put that into engine only and hit the start button. Now I've unlocked the doors. There we go. Right, we are good to go. Standard service delays for you. I know, right? I got to. Oh, I'm standing up. Oh wait, what am I doing? No, I'm stood. I'm sat down. The camera just went funny. Yeah, I got distracted by running Scotsman. Someone said steam engine, and I went, what? Where? Right. Anyway. Two and a half miles to London Paddington, and then we'll call it a night on the stream. We have, whatever that is, a 166 there, we have an HST, yeah. Train race is happening, train race. For some reason, my external camera is glitching into the cab. It's, I do need to get down to 40. I need to do that. think my braking may be getting affected by the steam engine on the back that still wants to go, but also at the same time doesn't want to go. I don't know what happened. Okay. .25 into Paddington. Platform 1 apparently. There we go, right. Yeah, the steam engine is speeding us up. It's at the back. The Scotsman is wanting us to keep going forward. I'm doing everything I can to brake. If I release the brakes now, you'll notice we'll suddenly start going forward, I think, maybe. Or maybe we won't. Maybe we're okay. I don't know. Yeah. There we go. Stop. Stop, 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 stop. There we go. That's what we get for mucking about with the steam engine on the back. I did unlock the doors, thank you. There we go, there's the donkey, where Paddington would normally be. There we are. All done. There we go then. That is the first of our Sunday off the rails in our new time slot. I'm sure it's been fun. I hope you've enjoyed it. Anyway, I've enjoyed it. It's been great to see so many of you popping in and saying hello as well. We'll be back next week, all being well. Keep an eye out as well on the channel for other videos, Star Trekker and Farming Sim, and much more besides. I'm sure there'll be more to come from those series. But for now, I bid you farewell. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I know it's late now, but enjoy the rest of your evening and have a good week. I will see you next Sunday, 8 o'clock, right here on YouTube. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.